Hey, everybody, welcome back to I Know a Guy. I'm Anthony, and this is the podcast where connections thrive. Each episode, we spotlight inspiring entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals doing amazing things. Together, we'll grow your circle, spark collaborations, and discover new opportunities. Today, we're meeting David Robertson, a marketing SEO and local SEO specialist dedicated to helping businesses get found online. With a passion for driving results through Google Maps, blog posts, and optimized web pages, David ensures your audience will find you when it matters most. How are you doing today, David?
I'm doing great, doing great. Great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you as well. I was excited to have you on. SEO and being discoverable is super important, and a lot of us need a lot of help with it. So wanted to be able to share what you're doing with more people.
Yeah, it's a shame when people create websites and stuff and spend a lot of money, loads of time, but sometimes they just sit there gathering dust and grows a few cobwebs. So I'm the guy. There's people all over the world, but I'm one of those that can help you, get it a bit more visible, or a lot more visible, And there's a lot of it you can do yourself as well. So I help people out, for free as well, and you can only do so much of that. But but yeah, let's tell the world how fantastic you are.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's super important. But to start off, so people get to know you a little bit, where are you calling in from? Where are you located?
So I'm based in Yorkshire in England, UK, and I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm on top of a big hill, and but yeah, I'm on various online networks and groups all over the world. So I enjoy it. So I have another website. I promote the Brontes. I don't know if anybody's heard of Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights and classic novels and movies, and so they wrote their books just short about a mile away from here. So I take people when they come here on holiday over the moors as well for a bit of fun.
Okay. Well, that was going to be my next question. That was going to be my next question is, if you have friends coming into town that have never been, where are you going? What are you doing? And where are you guys going for dinner?
Yeah, okay. So we've got 2 pubs in my village. Haworth has got 13. I've counted them all. I've made videos of them as well. So my local town where we go shopping and is called Keighley, and there's it's connected with a steam railway line as well. So it's about 4 miles away. So that's the main town where we sort of do stuff. That's where I work. I hot desk there, and I run a networking club there, and it's where the supermarkets are.
Yeah, and for dinner, you guys just hitting the local pubs, or is there eateries or
Yeah,
certain genres of food you're one?
good old Yorkshire pub grub. And obviously we have pizzas delivered, and I do cook, by the way, as well.
Yeah.
Not very well, but
Yeah.
yeah, we just pub grub is great. And obviously we've got all the restaurants from all over the world nearby as well. So,
Mhm.
but
Awesome.
it's we've got everything we need.
Okay. Well, can you tell us a little bit about what you do? You kind of mentioned it before. You're helping people with local SEO and being discovered. So, can you elaborate a little bit on how that works?
Yeah, so it's really based on, so if you've got stuff on your website, really you want to create content that people are actually searching for. So obviously people have these things and carry them around with you too often. So it's about creating content, that people are searching for. So, and you really need to make sure that Google knows that those pages or blog posts exist. So there's other tools that you can set up for free as well. So things like Google Search Console. Google Analytics is great, tells you a lot more deeper reports, but Google Search Console is really, really important. It tells you also about the health of the website as well. And there's something called indexing as well. So each page, a website is just it's like a book, isn't it? It's like lots of different pages all linked together. And so each page you can submit to Google and make sure over time it spiders your website. You've heard about the World Wide Web, of course, but it comes and looks at your website, looks at each page, and compares them effectively with all the other web pages across the world and ranks you. So there's tons that you can do, but most of it's done behind the scenes. You know, sometimes people think it's a bit boring, but I'm really competitive. So I play squash and go running. So, I don't play games on my phone or anything like that. This is a bit like a game for me, So I like to do tons of research. And so you do write add content for people first, because obviously, they're the people that want to find out about you, and so you don't want to make it too dull. You want plenty of images as well, because most of us are lazy, aren't we? We speed read on the internet, and there's lots you can do,
Okay. Awesome. So is this something that you always wanted to do, or was it a happy accident? How'd you get to where you are now?
Do you remember, I've been doing it for over 30 years now. So my first website, I used to sell terracotta cookware. I used to bring it in from Spain, and it's go to trade shows and stuff like that. But remember the websites, you might be too young actually, had spinning globes on them and counters. Everybody wanted a spinning globe for some reason. I've got no idea why. I had one. And but no, you just pick it up. And so I haven't done formal training. So I've learned from making tons of mistakes, very late nights, and just enjoying myself. My camera's gone. I don't know if you can see me, hopefully.
Yeah, no, it's been I think it's been switching back and forth. It says that it's still recording, so we'll just keep going and we'll see what happens.
Good.
But no, awesome. So what is it, you've been doing it for long enough. What is it that you love about it?
Well, it sounds a bit grand, this, but it actually does change people's lives, because, I do more than this as well, because I was a mentor at our local university as well. So I had an agency in the city nearby as well. So I had a couple of designers there and everything. When you get to know the people, the first questions that I ask is all about them, what their motivations are, what they want to do, what they aspire to, a bit about the family as well, because it isn't just about websites or ranking. It's part of a whole marketing strategy, really. So you need to know where you fit in, or I fit in. So quite often I work with other agencies, work with designers and web designers. So you need to know where you fit in with all of that. So that's what motivates me. I've done quite a lot of work for my local authority as well, getting as many retailers in the city as we can to get online. So instead of people just walking through the door, then they're all up there, aren't they? They're all around us. So, it's creating different income streams.
Okay. And then if you're looking at like your average client or the avatar of your average client, what are the pain points that they're going through that if they're dealing with XYZ, you're the person that they should be talking to?
Yeah. Well, this is where I've mentioned they might have used other agencies, big companies, and they're great, but actually you just get me. I've got, my son does SEO as well. And, I know lots of other individuals, freelancers that, I do work with as well. But, I'm not a big factory, I actually care. I actually give a damn. I want results. And, it's not just about the money. It's what I do. It's when I wake up in the morning. I know I'm a little bit sad, but, I look forward to it, So you get me right at the heart of everything you're doing.
Okay. How about power partners? What are other industries or professionals that you synergize well with, or you find a lot of collaborative opportunities working with?
I actually work across all sectors. I worked in the dental industry for 4 years, 28,000 products. I haven't got a client in there at the moment, but who knows? So I work with all sectors. I'm actually creating a website at the moment for project managers and stuff. I just finished one for a retailer. I've got another one to do. I've got 3 phone calls to make tomorrow. So everything depends on the potential to generate income. I wouldn't take a job on unless I felt in my heart that I could make bring in real results.
Well, I guess, not necessarily clients, but other professionals that maybe you can refer back and forth with, or maybe are good referral partners.
Well, actually, I do run my own networking club. We met on Tuesday, so we meet every 2 weeks. So I do get referrals for those. So, in there are all kinds of different businesses as well. So, I've mentioned about, referring to others.
Mm-hmm.
And so I give, tons of referrals out to all kinds of different people. And, they know me really well. And they know that I'll look after any of their clients as well. So, so web design is everybody, lots of different people.
Okay.
So, a good friend of mine, she's a old school graphic designer. I've been wanting to make her a website for free for years. She won't let me. She's quite shy. So, if I need brochures and things like that, I send those to her. She sends me all the web stuff. So we're a close community. I wouldn't refer out to anybody unless I trust and knew that they were really good for my clients. I'm a bit precious.
Okay, awesome. What advice would you give to a new or aspiring entrepreneur?
This is really easy, and it's a bit dull actually, but just be a good guy. Just look after people. The whole point of giving is it does come back. It's my son's doing a PhD in antimatter and stuff. It's about energy, and you can't create energy. It's all around you. So when you give, it's got to come back in some time. So, and surround yourself with good people. The people you don't get on with for whatever reason, shake them by the hand and just walk the other way. So yeah. And well, I'm going to give you 3 as well. Persistence. Just don't worry if you mess up. You can always change things. You can cry in your beer, for 5 minutes, get back on your horse. Full of cliches, actually, in this. But no, it's don't worry about failure. It's a learning process. Failure is good. Yeah.
Yep. No, it is. That's a lot of great advice. I mean, a lot of the reason that they're cliches is because they're
True.
the universal laws. You can't outgive the universe. Help enough
Timeless.
people get what they want, you get what you want.
Yeah.
The only way to succeed is to fail. It's how it works, right? It's just the basics.
Exactly.
It's fantastic advice, and people need to hear it frequently and from different people so that they can kind of sticks. Because if you hear one thing one time from one person, you're like, I'll take it or leave it. But if everybody tells you that, there's probably
Just
something
keep
to
going.
it.
Just keep going.
Exactly. So awesome. So how can businesses use local SEO to get found on Google Maps?
Well, Google provides quite a good service with, Google business profiles. So, a lot of agencies don't bother with them, but, I've proved to many of my clients that they've missed lots of phone calls. So, I quite often, as I said, get working with other agencies and take control of them, optimize them. So again, it's just about keywords and updating them all the time. But again, it's something you can learn for free. And so, things like I'm going to tell you, use tools like Keywords Everywhere, spend, I think, $12. It'll last you a whole year, and it tells you what words people are searching for. Just play around with it. You can learn it yourself. But, you can add videos, you can add events to it, you can add products. So when you find a company on the right-hand side of a laptop, for example, or on your phone, there's something called the knowledge panel. And you want to put as much content, fill it out as much as possible, and, make sure you get the right categories as well. So, you can have, I think it's up to 10, but, have 2, 3 or 4. And don't be too precious about those because, you just want to be found. And there are other tools that you can pay for as well. There's loads on YouTube, or you can get hold of people like me. They'll do it for you.
Yeah. How can optimized blog posts drive more traffic and engagement for businesses?
Okay, so obviously, Google Business Profiles, directly affects websites as well. So, it's not just about that. It's about your whole web presence. So Google looks for signals all over the place. So there are also things called citations. Well, they're also like directories and links from all over the internet. So, if you've got, a half decent website, that's been sort of maybe live for more than 6 months, something like that, you get your profile right on, the Google Business Profile, Google My Business, as it used to be called, get some links coming to you, go, fill out all the local directories, get on YouTube, get are important as well, and just bring it all together in one place. And eventually you'll start to be found. But, getting those categories right and getting those updates, they're like mini blog posts, post, once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that. And eventually, little by little, I usually have a backdrop. My logo is a balloon, the Google colors, and it's sort of incrementally, your profile will start to rise. People use rockets, but it doesn't really work like that. Little by little, your profile starts rising. You'll be found for different terms that you haven't even thought about. And there are other tools you can use to measure your rankings as well.
Oh, that's fantastic advice.
Paid,
Yeah. No, that's fantastic advice. A lot of us are trying to figure that out. And, it's nice that there's experts like you out there. But is there anything in general? I know we could go down the rabbit hole and all this stuff because 30 years of experience is really hard to boil down into 15, 20 minutes. So is there anything in general that I failed to ask that you wanted to add?
No, I think it's great, but, if you get stuck, then I've got Calendly on the website. So, I can give so much time for free, but I'm glad to help people out. No, it's just, there's too much to go into otherwise. But yeah, get Google Search Console as well. Do things for free initially, have a play, see what you can get on with, do what you can, and enjoy it as well. Not everybody's competitive. But that's where I come in. And people want to get on with other things as well. So I
Is the best way
build a house.
Yeah, right. No, but yeah,
I'm not good at fixing cars either.
Yeah, that's what the networking's for. So awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the best way people find you? Is the website, or what's the best way they find you and get a hold of you?
Yeah. So it's blueskyseo.co.uk. My email address is hello@bluesky.co.uk, and I'm on LinkedIn. Got a personal Facebook profile. I don't post too much on there, and but there is a page for Blue Sky as well. So, but yeah, follow me on LinkedIn. We'll have some fun.
Perfect. If anybody would like to get in touch with David, I'm going to put all that in the show notes. It's going to be super easy to find. You just click on it and go have that conversation. Reach out to them. You're going to know a lot more afterwards than you do going in, because SEO is something that you want to start getting right. It's going to be that organic outreach. There's going to be more people that are coming here that you've never even met before, and that's what you want. That's how it grows. So absolutely lean on somebody like David, somebody that's been in it forever. That has that insight, self-taught, seen it all, done it all. So have that conversation. If somebody would like to get a hold of me, you can find me at ikag.me, where you can find more episodes, subscribe to our newsletter, and connect with our growing community of awesome people like David. If you were somebody you would know would like to be interviewed, you can also apply on the website. But David, I really appreciate you taking the time coming on here and kind of, going over this with us. It's something a lot of us have questions about, and we Google it and maybe we get a little distracted. We never implement it. So it's awesome what you're doing. Let's all go out.
Just off your website, get it up there. Come on.
Exactly. It gets backburned really easy. So yeah, let's not do that anymore. Let's all go have an awesome day and grow our circles. All right.
You're a star. Thank you.
My pleasure.